Yesterday we have inserted some products and we have retrieved, right? So we displayed what are the products are in our database. Okay, products table. So now I will explain the same project with the update and delete. How to delete the data from our database and how to update the existing products like updating price or quantity, how we are gonna update those things. So first I will share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible? Yeah, good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay, see, this is a project we have created yesterday, right? So I will randomly I will show from one by one. Okay, first I have created the one index file. Here I have taken one anchor link for adding the products, and again I have taken one another anchor file to go to the products list to display the what are the products present in our database, present in our application orders. So first one, add products. Okay, this is here we are going to take the data from the user, what are the products we need to add into our database. Okay, this is a this is how we are going to use the form, and I have taken the product name, categories, and some description for the product, price, and the quantity. How many products are you adding into our database? Okay, and the discounts. And when the click on the submit, it will go to the add product process. Okay, this is a add product process. Now, now I am retrieving the data. Okay, now I have retrieving the data, and first thing I have done is I have loaded the JDBC driver, like registering the JDBC driver. I'm connecting with the, now I'm giving the connection to our database, e-commerce database. Okay, with the help of username and the password. Here we are giving the username, and here we are giving the username password. Okay, to connect the database of our application, like which is nothing but e-commerce database. Now I want to enter this data into database, so I'm using prepare statement to execute the query to insert the data into our table. So first we need to create the table in our database. Like, where is the e-commerce database? Right here itself, right? See, here we need to create one data table that is nothing but the products. See, here I have the products table. Okay, I am inserting, so this is a query to insert the data into the table, into our database. Okay, insert into products table. Here we need to write the product name, category, description, price, quantity, and discount. Whatever we have given in our database table columns, those names we have to take it in our query. Okay, p name, category, description, price, quantity, discount. And we need to give the values. So values we give as a placeholder. Now for these placeholders, we are setting these values. Okay, for the product name is in the product name variable. So I am here, I am setting that product name variable to the p name by the use of first placeholder. So I am giving the number one, same. Okay, now we need to execute this query. So I am using the ps.execute update. So for insertion, for update, for delete, we use the execute update method. Okay, ps.execute method. It will returns in the integer form 1 or 0 how many rows are executed. So it will be integer, so I am taking integer rows. So here I am checking dynamically, I am navigating the user based on the result. If the rows is greater than 0, then the query is successfully executed. So here the product added successfully, I am giving the message and I am navigating him to view products, or else I am giving the message as fail to add products. Okay, I am navigating him to add product. Again you need to add the same product if it is failed to add. Okay, this is how insertion will works. Now I will go to display the products. Once I will run this project, 1 second, run as, run on server, saving, finish. This is the third time I'm explaining about the insertion. Okay, and I'm adding the product, one product. Now example, what are the categories? Kitchen, like some cooker, and I'm taking category as a kitchen and description saying some cooker, stainless, the price 567, quantity of 24, and the discount of 10 percentage, and I'm submitting that. Okay, I click on the submit. See, product added successfully. The product here we are getting to display. So how this displaying the products is working in our backend server. So I will see, I will go to the view products page. Now 1 second, I will give here one, so it will show me. Okay, now say in our view products, okay, in our view products file, I am displaying that products details in the tabular form. Okay, once again, see, I'm refreshing it. When I click on the view products, I'm displaying this product details in the tabular form. For I'm taking table element, okay, table tag, and again I'm taking the T head. T head is nothing but here in our table, this is the T head, okay, the heading, the headers for the table. Okay, so we need to take it as T head. Inside the T head, this is a TR, table row, means the this is a row and this is a column. Okay, column and row. For that, I have taken the TR and the TH, the heading for the table. So one is serial number, one is product name, category, description, price, quantity, and the discount. Okay, this is T head. Now what we need to do? We need to, okay, we need to display the data of the products in our table body. Okay, this is the table body, so I'm taking the T body. So before that, we need to load the JDBC driver first. Okay, after that we need to connect with our database by using the username and password. Then we need to retrieve the data from the database. So to retrieve the data from the database, we will execute the queries. We will execute the queries by using the prepared statement. So here we are using the prepared statements to execute the queries. Okay, to execute the queries to retrieve the data from the database. This is how the JDBC works. It will interact between the database and with our Java code. Okay, so select is a statement we use to retrieve the data from the database. Select everything. Okay, select everything. Hashtag symbol implies everything of the products. Okay, select everything from the products table. So the products table, it will retrieve all the data from the products. Okay, this is a query we use to retrieve the data from the database. Now result set rs equals to ps dot execute query. I said right, for retrieving the data, we use this execute query. For insertion or delete for update, we use execute update. But for the retrieving the data, we use execute query. While executing this query, the result will be stored in the RS. Okay, the result set, whatever the data it retrieving, it will be stored in our result set RS. Okay, by looping this result set for one iteration, okay, for one iteration, it will loop through, okay, loop through total entire record of the row. Okay, it will show the entire row details. So for that, second, okay. So here what we are displaying, see in the first row, we have the data of the Realme Turbo phone. Okay. So for the first iteration, it will store the phone details. Okay. And the second iteration, it will give Samsung TV, same for third and same for the fourth. Here, after the T body, okay, after the T body, I have encoded some Java code in between the scriptlet tags, and again I'm closing the scriptlet tags. Now here I'm taking the tr means the table row. In the T body, the tr, here I'm taking the td means the table data. So this is an expression tag I explained yesterday, right? This is an expression tag. We used it for to output the data whichever is we are getting from the result set, get integer of 1. So in our database, okay, what in our first column we have the product id, so it will display in our table number, whatever the data it is retrieving, it will display in it on our table. Okay, that is a expression type. This is how we use an expression tag to display the data whichever present in the database by retrieving it. rs dot get integer of 1. For the same, here we need product name in the second column. See, this is a product name, no? So here we need to retrieve the data from of the product name. In the database, where is the product name? Here p name. It is in the second column. So here I am, with the help of the expression tag and the result set, I am getting the string value at the column 2. So where the product name is present. Okay. Same for the description, category, price, quantity, and discount. Here I have used a get integer because the price, quantity, and the discounts are in the integer format. Okay. Integer format. Now today, okay, now 1 second, and see here, if the products table, okay, now we are displaying, all the products because these products are present in our database table. Okay, because these are present in our database table. What if all these products are deleted? See, I am deleting all the data from here. Okay, I have deleted every table. Now I will go to our project, I will go back, I will refresh here. Now when I click on the view product, see, this is empty, but we need to give the message for the user by some message like no data found or some no products available. So for that we need to do, see, if here in the while loop, the while loop will iterate only if the data is present in the result set. Okay, only if the data is present in the result set. But now in our products table we didn't have any data. So now here I am taking one integer, count equals to 0. Okay, if the data is not there, this while loop will not execute. So here I am incrementing that count value. Whenever this while loop execute, the count value will be increased. Suppose if the data is present, like one data, it will increase it by count equals to 1. Okay, if one data is present in the products. But now in our situation the data is not there, so the count will be 0 itself because it will not enter into this loop, so it will not increment the values. So here after the while loop I'm taking one if condition and I'm giving the count equals to 0. If the count is equals to 0, that means this while loop is not iterated. So here I am giving the message to the user Here I'm giving the message to the user td as no products available. Okay, I'm giving no products available. Now let me check. I'm refreshing it again. See, here we displayed message no products available, but it is displaying in the one serial number column itself. But we need to use here the call span attribute. Okay, call span attribute. Now for this, how many columns we need to call span? Like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So here I am taking the call span as 7. See, let me check. See, the total columns are merged into one, and it is showing the no products available message. And one more thing we can do here is we are aligning this text to the center. I'm refreshing it. We'll check here. See, the no products available is displaying. See, this is how the data we are going to retrieve, and if no data is present, so we need to display the message like no products available or no data found. Okay, by using the count variable. Here I am initializing the count variable equals to 0, and inside the loop I have incremented the count. If the loop iterates, then the count will be increases. So if how the while loop will works, if the result set handles any data, if the result set has any data, then only it will iterate through the loop. So when the loop iterated, the count will be increased, and when the count will be increased, the data will be shown. So it will not work, because if the count is equal to 0 only, this loops will print this message. But when the loop iterates, the count will be 1 or more than 0, so it will not work for when the data is present. Okay, this is how we are displaying the data. Now I will go back to here again. I will add some products here, some I will add one product for each category. Okay, price some 245, quantity 225, and the discount as 10. Submit. Okay, now I have added one product. Again I will add another product in the mobiles category. Okay, mobiles, and I will some price. I will put as some 20,000, quantity 24, discount, and submit. Okay, and I will go back, and here I will use some, and I will select in the category as TV, some entertainment. Okay, price giving 20, same discount, submit. And I will add some another, what is this, is stationery. So like the pencil category comes under stationery. For school or something, and I will give the price as some 10 rupees, quantity as 1% and submit. Okay, here see, we have different products with the different categories and different some same price and the discount. Okay, now I need to, okay, I need to update one of the product data. Okay, like some Samsung TV. Okay, I need to update this price to 20,000 to 25,000. How we need to update and how we are gonna update? See, I will show you. I will go to the view products itself. Here I am taking one header, name it as th update link. I am giving the update header for every product. See, I will go back. I will go back here, refreshing it. I will view products. See, in this, in the table header, I have given the update. Okay, update, and I will give one more as delete. I'm giving the heading name for the table, same for update and delete. Okay, I have given in the th only. Now we need to update or delete with a unique ID. So what is a unique ID in a table of our products? This is a PID, right? So product ID is a unique ID. Okay, by using the unique ID, only, we are doing the operations such as update or delete. Okay, like we use update for user, we give the update function to the user to modify any existing products details, like a process, like a price or a quantity or a discount. If you need to update the discount, or if you need to update the price, or if you decrease the price, or if you want to decrease the quantity, so we use the update. For removing the data from the table means we need to give the delete function. Okay, do you, if you want to delete this pencil from your products list, so you need to give the delete. So how we are going to delete? Here we are going to use this serial number, okay, which is in our database. It is a unique ID, so it will delete its action correctly by using the unique identifier. Okay, so now I have given the headers for the update and the delete in the tables. Okay, this is the table body, right? This is a table header and this is a table body. Inside the table body, I am taking one td. Okay, and the same for the delete also. I'm taking same td, I'm saving it and I'm refreshing here. See, get the td here. Now i need to I need to take one anchor tag. Okay, I need to take one anchor tag for the both. Okay, and here I am giving the delete name, and here I'm giving the update. Okay, same for the both. And in the anchor tag, I'm taking the h reference, and here I'm taking the delete in the h reference. So here I'm taking delete dot jsp. Same for the update also, update dot jsp. Okay, these are the two other new files to do the function of updating the product and deleting the product. Okay, here I have said right earlier, if you want to delete this product, you need to delete it with its unique id number. Here, what is a unique id? This is rs dot get integer is your product unique id. That is a product id. So we need to send this. Okay, we need to send this id with the link. So we need to send that id with this link. So how we are going to send that means, here in the h reference delete.jsp.jsp, I'm giving the question mark and I'm giving the name as id, or I'm giving the name as a pid, equals to, in the scriptlet tags, like in this expression tag. Okay, I'm giving the id means rs dot get integer of 1. Okay, understand? Here, to delete the to delete this product, okay, to delete any product, we need to delete it with its unique id, like product id. So we need to send that id to that page by question mark delete.jsp question mark pid. This is a name, whatever you need to give, you can give it there, like id also enough. and equals to expression tag rs dot get one is the unique key, that is a product id, so I am sending that product id with the name of id. Okay, now let me check in our products table whether it's visible or not. I'm refreshing it. See, here we get update and delete for every product. Okay, because this rs, okay, the result set will contains all the data whichever retrieved in the by using that query. Okay, this while loop, it will iterate at once through one record. So for every product, the update and delete links will be appear. Okay, the while loop will execute in one iteration of one record. So for every record, there will be update and the delete button, delete links. Now I will tell about the delete. Okay, here we are sending the id to this delete.jsp. Before sending the data, we need to ask the user, or like ask the vendor or the user, whoever is using our application, we need to ask him whether he wants to delete or not. For that, we are using some small script like on click. Whenever he clicks the delete button, whenever he click on the delete anchor tag, he need to, here I'm writing the return button, confirm single quotes, do you want to delete. Here I'm giving the message to him to appear when he click on the delete button. So this, when he click on that, it will appear, do you want to delete. This return will returns when he click on the cancel button. See, I am showing without the return button. Okay, I'm showing without the return here. So I will go here and I will refresh it. Okay, here I am deleting pencil. Okay, see, in the below, in the bottom of my left corner, see, I am getting that delete.jsp id equals to 8. Okay, here I am sending my product id to the delete.jsp. Okay, so first I will create one file. I will create one file, delete.jsp. Okay, this is where it will send that data. Which data? This id we have, right? It will send to the id. So here we need to retrieve that id first. We need to retrieve that id first. So in the scriptlet tags, I am retrieving that. Okay, I am giving them some PID. Okay, the product ID. So that is the number. So I am passing that number, integer dot pass int of request dot get parameter of the name. Here I have given the name as, see, after the question mark, this is the name. Here I given ID. So I am using that name ID here. So it will retrieve whatever the ID it was sending to the delete.jsp. It will be stored in the PID variable. Okay. Now what we need to do? We need to write the code in our, okay. See, this is a try and catch block. If the any exceptions occurs, it will print it in our console. Okay. So inside the try block, we will write all the code whichever we wants to works. Okay. Here now our we need to load our JDBC and we need to connect with our database. Same for the delete, because we need to delete the data from our database itself. So same for it. And again, I am going to import the java.sql everything class. Okay, I'm putting this Java class. So okay, now we have loaded our JDBC and we have connected with our database. Okay, now after connecting with the database, I need to delete whichever the product is the product ID. Here we have the product ID, no? So whatever the product is present with this product ID, we need to delete. So for that, we need to execute query. So we need to perform the query. How we are using, how we are gonna execute the query in the JSP means, here we will use the prepare statements to execute the query. So same ps equals to, so connecting with the database con prepare statement. Here I will write the query as delete. Okay, delete delete from which table? Products table. Okay, products table, where in our database, here we have the PID only, right? The name of that column is PID. So I am giving where PID equals to one placeholder. ఎక్కడ అయితే ఇక్కడ పిఐడి నంబర్ ప్లేస్ హోల్డర్ ఇచ్చాను కదా, అక్కడ ప్లేస్ హోల్డర్ కి సెట్ చేస్తున్నాను వాల్యూ మళ్ళీ. సో వి నీడ్ టు సెట్ ద వాల్యూ ఫర్ దట్ ప్లేస్ హోల్డర్. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ రిట్రీవ్డ్ ద వాల్యూ అండ్ స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ ద పిఐడి, రైట్? సో I will set that value in this placeholder 1 comma PID itself. So delete everything from the products, delete from products where PID equals to whichever the value is stored in the PID, it will delete that product. So now here we need to execute that query. So for delete, for insertion, for update, I will use ps dot execute update method. Okay, now it will execute this query and it will give the result and it will be stored in the rows. Okay, if rows is greater than 0, if any row is updated, okay, if any row is deleted, it will give the integer result. So for that reason I am checking if the rows is greater than 0. Okay, so I need to give the message as println, and I'm giving the message product deleted successfully. Okay, product deleted successfully, and I'm navigating him to the same page where I'm sending him to the view products page. So he need to check whether it is deleted or not. Okay, after this, if the query is not executed, if the query is not executed successfully, I'm printing the message as failed to delete. Okay, fail to delete. Please try again. Please try again later. And with this message, I will navigate him to same page by using action tags. Here I am using only include action tag because here I am sending, in the both the cases I am sending with the message. So to send the message, we will use only one action tag, which is include view products.jsp. Okay, and saving it. See, again in this on click attribute, right? Okay, in this, do you want to delete? When he click on the delete button, it will ask for him, do you want to delete or not? Previously I have deleted here written, because I will show you now. See, I'm refreshing it again. See, when I click on the delete button, see it asking me to, do you want to delete or not? Okay, if you want to delete the pencil, you can go straight away and click on the OK. but I need, sorry, I have mistakenly clicked on the delete button, so I am selecting cancel button. When I click on the cancel also, okay, the data was deleted. See, the product deleted successfully. Why? Because here in our on click we didn't use the written word, okay, because of the written we didn't written here. So if you give the okay or if you select on the cancel, it will go and directly delete that data, okay. So for that reason here we are using the written. Okay, now I will go back. I will add one product name as a pencil, and the can stationery description, some school material, the price as 12, quantity some 25, discount as 10. So I have added again, and see here the product id is, previously it was 8 but now 9, because in our, when we creating our table here I have used the primary key. Okay, all of you remember what I have said, right? In the PID big integer, this is a primary key. So it will give for any data, whichever was inserting into the table, it will give the unique key only. Okay. Now, everybody understand, right? So now I have used here written button and I am saving it. See, I will do that again. When I click on the delete button, again it is asking me, do you want to delete? But when I click on the cancel, see, it didn't deleted that pencil data. Okay, this is how we are gonna delete the products from our database. See, when you hovering the delete anchor link in the right, in the left below of your screen, it will show you the which id you are sending, which product id you are sending. See, in the pencil case it is showing me the id equals to 9, delete.jsp question mark id equals to 9. When I click on the sans and delete, it is showing me id equals to 7. So based on the product id only, these operations are working. Okay, this is how. Okay, when you click on the delete button, it will send the whichever the product id you are selecting to delete, it will send that id to the delete.jsp, where in the delete.jsp I am retrieving that id, I am connecting to the database and executing the query to delete the product data. So for that I'm using the query delete from products where PID equals to question mark. So I'm setting that value to that placeholder and I'm executing that query. I am executing this query. If the query is executed successfully, it will give the integer result. Okay, so I here with the help of if condition, I'm checking the condition. If the row is greater than 0, so the product deleted successfully. I'm sending with the message, and to I'm navigating to the view products page. And for the same for the else, if the query is didn't executed, I am sending him the message failed to delete. So please try again. I'm navigating him to the view products. Now the delete operation has done. Now what we need to do, we need to update. See, when you need to update the price of this Samsung TV, so you need to click on the update page. But here also we need to send the whichever the product you want to update, you need to send that product id. Okay, you need to send that product id because that is the column where it carries a unique number, like unique identifier for your product. So same here also, I am sending unique update.jsp question mark id equals to expression tag, okay, rs dot get integer of 1. Okay, here also I'm sending same id. Okay, when you click on the update page, it will send the ID of the product to the update.jsp. So now I need new file, name it as update.jsp. Okay, update.jsp. Here, taking the e-commerce name, the e-commerce first. Okay, first I need to retrieve whatever the ID is sending. I am retrieving, like I am taking the PID, so it is an integer, so I am passing that value into integer from string. So request dot get parameter of ID. Okay, what I have given here, ID only. No, here I have given the name as ID, so here I have given the ID name. Okay, here I have retrieved that value. Whatever the product ID is there, I have retrieved. Now, here, when I click on the update page, it has to display the previous values which are present in our database. Okay, when we click on the update page, it has to show the same details in the page, and it has to give the permissions to change the data from previous values to new values. So for that, we need to display that in the form. Okay, we need to display that in the form. So for I'm taking the form. Okay, I'm taking the form. So add product, right? So this, I think I will copy this form and I will use it here, because for the time purpose I have this time. Okay, and I will delete this method. Okay, see, here I have taken one form. Okay, here I have taken one form. Now I am giving here one label as some product ID, some product ID. So I need to display that product ID, and the type I'm taking as the number, and I'm taking the name as PID. So whatever the product ID we need to display here, it was stored in the PID value, because in the view products we are sending the PID when we click on the update page. Okay, with the help of ID name, we are retrieving that product ID and storing in the PID variable. So I need to display that PID variable value in this input box. So for that, I'm taking the value equals to double quotes, and here also I'm using the same same expression, expression tag, and I will give the value as PID, because in the PID itself only we have the value of the product ID. So I am giving here, and I will give the required attribute and one more attribute name as read only, because here we don't need to edit this product ID number, because if you change the PID number, then it will be difficult to update whatever the product you want to updating the data. Because on the basis of the PID only, on the basis of the product ID only, we are updating and we are performing the operations like updating and deleting. So here we don't need to update any product ID. Here in the product name, so first what we need to do here is I will cancel this, and here same I am using the try catch blocks. For any exception occurs in our program, it will catch and it will print it in our console page. Now what we need to do here, we need to do same loading the JDBC driver and connection and giving the connection to the database. I'm loading the driver and giving the connection to our database, and I am importing our SQL class in our java.sql dot everything. Okay, now we need to retrieve the data. Okay, here we need to show the product details in the form. Okay, we need to show the product details in the form. So whatever the product id we are here we have, we need to retrieve that data, and we need to display that in this form. So for that purpose, okay, I'm using the same prepared statements. Repair statement ps equals to given the connection and repair statement. Here in this, to retrieve the data, we have used the select statement. Select everything from the products. Okay, select everything from the products. Sorry, select everything the products, but here we need to select only specified product. Here we are updating only one product, which is nothing but a Samsung product. So here we are taking the ID of that product, like 7, right? So here I need to retrieve that product data only. For that, for filtration, select everything from the products where PID equals to question mark. Okay, where PID equals to question mark, and we need to set the value for this placeholder. Means this is where our product ID is stored in PID variable. So I am setting that value into this placeholder like PID. Now I need to I need to store data picture. I need to execute this query. So I use ps.execute query. Okay, when I execute this query, it will list the product details of where product ID is the 8 or 7, whichever the PID value is stored. Okay, now the result will be stored in the RS. Now while rs dot next rs dot next, the while loop, okay, it will be iterated to the entire record. Okay, will be stored, so one product only, no, so it will be iterated through one loop itself. Now I'm ending the scriptlet tag, and again I'm using the scriptlet tag and opening. In between those scriptlet tags, I will copy this and I will paste this JSP. I will copy and I will paste this record. Now see, the result is stored in the RS. Okay, the result was stored in the RS. By looping it every record, the result will be displayed in the form. Like now here I need to display the product name. So by using the value attribute, okay, by using the expression tag, same as for the table only. Okay, in the table also we use the expression tag. In the form also we will use the expression tag. And the where was the product name was present in our database in the second column. Okay, in the second column we have the product name details. So now here I'm using the rs dot get string of 2. Now it will show it in the form where it will retrieve the data from the second column and it will be displayed in the form. Okay, I'm just copying and pasted, and the same for the select. Okay, for the select, but in this select we need to give the option. Okay, option, and in between the option tags, we are using this expression tag, and I'm giving the rs dot get string of 3. Okay, and the same for the value inside the option tag, same expression tag. Okay, same expression tag, rs dot get string of 3 because the category was stored in the third column of our database. And the same, but when you are when you want to display the data in the text area field, you need to give between the text area tag and the ending tag of the text area. Same here, you need to give expression tag and rs dot get string of 4. Okay. For in price values, same value. Okay. Here you need to use expression tag, same rs dot get integer of integer of 5. Okay, same value attribute, we will use a expression tag, and for the quantity also, but here we are using the sixth column. Same for the discount also. Okay, here we will use the seventh column. Okay, now see, here it will show the data. Okay, see, once we will go to some table and I will refresh it. Continue. That extra table was added. See, when I want, I will delete this once. Okay, product deleted. See, I want to update the price of this Samsung TV. See, when I click on the update page, see, it is displaying in the form. Okay, it was displaying in the peer tag. So for this also, I will take some peer tag, break tag, and the break here also. Okay, and I will refresh it. See, here I am. Here it was visible the product ID, whichever the product, that ID was displayed in this. But see, when I want to change this, see, I'm entering some values, but it was not taking any values because here we use the read only attribute. Now see here the Samsung TV, I can change the value to the Samsung TV, but in this case we are not able to change because it is only for the reading purpose only. In this PID, see, in this PID, I use the only read only attribute so that we can't change the product ID number. So see, by by default, it was showing all the details of this product ID. Okay, product ID is 7, so the product details are Samsung, and the category is TV, and the description is entertainment. The price is 20,000. Now here I need to change that product from 20,000 to 25,000, and here I need to change the quantity from 10 to 5. I need to change the discount from 5. Okay, but see, I have changed everything, but here when you submit, the form will check for the action tag. So here I didn't give any address, so I'm giving update data.jsp. So we need to create a new file here. So here we need to create a new file, JSP file. Okay, so that is nothing but update data.jsp. So okay, here we need to retrieve all the data. Here we need to retrieve all the data whichever we use in the update. Okay, here we have changed some data, right? So we need to retrieve that in this page. Okay, same as the add product. So I will just copy this, or else I will just copy this for connection also. So same, so I am selecting this. Okay, but see, in this update, same names. Okay, same for the categories, description, number, okay, quantity, price, discount. But here we have an extra data as a PID, which is in the number. So I am converting that into integer. Here I am just retrieving the data whichever was changed in the form. So request dot get parameter by what is the name of it. The name was PID. Okay, the name was PID. So here I have retrieved all the data, okay, from the update page, and here I will write that catch and exception. Here we use exception, okay. We use exception, and here we need to import the class java dot sql dot everything. Okay, see, I will same prepare statements. Okay, same prepare statement, ps equals to con dot prepare statement. Here we need to write a query to update the data. Here we need to update the data in the update products table. So here I'm using update. Okay, update products set. So here we need to give, here we need to write set same product. See, here we have the details as a p name, category, description, price, right? So we need to give that names p name equals to same for the category equals to question mark, same for the description, it's description, and the price question mark, quantity question mark, discount, discount question mark. So we need to update all this p name, category, description, price, quantity, and the discount. Where you need to update, where PID equals to question mark. Okay, so this is a query we use this query to update the data of the products. Okay, where we are updating in the products table, update products set. So we are setting the new values for the product name, category, description, price, quantity, discount. Where we are setting, where product ID is either 7 or 6, whichever you are retrieving and storing in the PID. So here we need to set all the values for those, like set string of 1 comma product name. Okay, so same for just 1 second, and the same for the second, so which is nothing but category. So this is the second placeholder, and the second node place value is stored in the category, and for the third one we are stored it in description, and I'm giving the number as 3, and for the fourth one we have stored in the price and storing it a 4, and it is in the integer, so I am giving the name as integer, and the same for the quantity and the discount, and for the last, this is the fifth one, and this is the quantity, and this is for the discount. And the what is the seventh placeholder? The seventh placeholder is the product ID, so it was stored in the PID, so I am giving the seventh as PID. Okay, so the time was, I think the time was 4:30, just 5 minutes. Okay, I'm taking the 5 minutes, this and saving. So here we need to execute this. So for update, we are using same ps dot execute update. Okay, execute update by using, if the query is executed successfully, the result will be stored in the integer form in the rows. So with the help of if condition, if the rows is greater than 0, so just I will print the message here. I will print the message here. So 1 second. One second, I will use same message here and here and here also. So product updated successfully, same failed to update. Okay, fail to update, and I will display the same products. Okay, let's try once. I will go to see in our e-commerce. We'll go back. This is a product. I will refresh it. Okay, see here I am clicking. When I click on the update button, I'm giving the name as Samsung HD, and I am changing the price from 25,000 and the quantity to 2. See, when I click on the submit button, so it is showing me the 2. See, but one second. Why it's showing the 2 means, sorry, I have printed this in between this. Okay, see, the product name was updated from Samsung to Samsung HD, and the price was also updated, and the quantity also updated. So this is how we will update and delete of our data. By this is dynamically we can change the data. Okay, I will explain once again the tomorrow how to update. I will just give a give random repack. Okay, so thanks, and sorry for the late. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions, you can ping me in the WhatsApp. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and ask for me. If you didn't have any doubts, so you can drop off from the class. I'll stop sharing.